Now, you guys, not only is there no crying in baseball, there is no crying in politics. So I don't want to hear any of you get all blubbery and see you on here with the tears flowing over the fact that Sarah Palin lost her election in Alaska yesterday. Oh, yes, that's right. Sarah Palin, who could see Putin from her house. Probably has been seeing him from her house for a decade or so now, judging by that wing of the Republican Party. As you may know, Sarah Palin chose to run for Congress. She had run out of other grifts, including her marriage. For years, there was Sarah Palin's Alaska, where I think she just went and shot bears from helicopters or something. There was her daughter, Bailey, or Romy and Michelle's wedding, or I don't even know, who had a show on how to be abstinent and then got pregnant. And I think she then went on Dancing with the Stars and had another show on how to be abstinent and then got pregnant. There's the Palin family showing up at another family's house and getting into some brawl and having to be escorted out. There's Track or Trick or Truck or whatever the hell his name is, who keeps getting into trouble with drugs. They are quite the family to judge others and decide others aren't American enough or religious enough. And of course, then about 4 or 5 years ago, predictably, Sarah Palin's husband, who she liked to bring up a lot, the country guy, Todd, the tough guy and rugged Alaskan, left her for abusing him. That's correct. He got divorced, and in the divorce, we don't hear about Todd now magically. It was about abuse. And you knew, sadly, that she also would never, she was so addicted to the fame and the glamour and so wanted to be somebody. She's such Alaska's, little Wasilla, Alaska's Donald Trump, that you knew she wouldn't go gracefully as she aged too. So now she looks like Steven Tyler, kind of, which my older son may get pissed at me for saying. He likes Steven Tyler. I do too, actually. He's awesome. But, she shouldn't necessarily be going for that look when she's running for Congress, or maybe she should, where it's all WWE now. The lips are, okay, I'll let it go. I'll be called sexist for this, even though I make fun of Donald Trump for the way he looks all the time, as well as every other man in the Republican Party. So Sarah ran for office. Everybody got excited, forgot the fact that she supports every toxic thing that has turned off the entire country right now, that led to Kansas rejecting their abortion measure, that led to a New York Democrat winning in a Republican district, and that there was a huge group of people that just literally hate her. She didn't remember that, I guess, and neither did the party. So there's ranked choice voting in Alaska. In the end, she ran. Nick Begich, don't let it fool you, he is part of the Begich family, who are all Democrats, but he somehow turned out a conservative Republican. His grandfather was in Congress. His uncle, Mark, was a senator. And so he was running too, and he was sort of the mainstream Republican, whatever that means these days. So you probably had some switchover Democrats supporting him because of the family name, and you had some sort of more middle-of-the-road Republicans supporting him. He only got 28% of the vote. Sarah got 48.5, and I'm sorry, in the last round. So he was eliminated with 28%. And then in the last round, Sarah got 48.5, and Mary Peltola, the first Native-Alaskan ever elected from Alaska, it's about time, who is pro-choice and out loud and fighting about it, which will be important to America's women, and is also very much about saving Alaska's private resources and keeping it beautiful, as opposed to Palin, who turned it over to any company that wants to start drilling, mining, exploding things, looking for aliens under the ice. Who knows? She got 51.5% of the vote. And these same three will be running in November. This was a special election because Don Young, former congressman who was there for like 127 years and pretty close with right-wing militias, passed away. And so it had been the first time there'd been an open seat there for the House, that one at-large seat in like 4 decades or something of that nature. And we elected a Democrat from Alaska. Just keep saying that to yourself. The congresswoman, so she'll be there a few months and then we'll run again. Republicans will probably try to dump a bunch of money in to save Palin. She'll probably go to all of her old sources. I'm sure she's angered plenty of them by now. But again, remember, she's like the prototype. She's like patient zero of the trashy Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Madison Cawthorn wing of the party, the know-nothings, the ones that don't pretend to be stupid like Ted Cruz, but the ones who actually really are stupid. And I mean, I'm not saying that makes Ted Cruz better than them. He's evil. Josh Hawley, who actually is a smart guy, is evil. I don't care if they're faking it or not. None of them none of them have the morality, personality, anything to be representing us in Congress. But Sarah Palin was sort of the one that said, hey, you two regular person who like dropped out of high school, doesn't know anything about civics, is proud of it, he's a bigot, resents everybody else for the fact that they decide to go learn some things, likes to come up with cute, stupid phrases that don't mean anything, is anti-Semitic and probably believed in Jewish lasers before Marjorie Taylor Greene. Sarah Palin was like the patient zero that has given us a lot of this garbage that we now have in the House. So thankfully she lost. And in November, if we do our part, thankfully she will lose again. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. Subscribe and hit the button so that you're notified when these videos come out. We're growing rapidly and I'm really excited about it. Like, comment, and I'll see you soon.